Yep, 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 yep. Yep. What's up, y'all? Tell Like It Is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, niggas. The like button is free. All right, man. So let's get into this situation with Donald Trump and shit, man. At the end of the day, once again being indicted. I told y'all niggas, this nigga's the Teflon Don. Ain't nothing gonna happen. This is just more distraction tactics and shit like that of what's really going on around the world. So you know it is what it is. Once again, here it is. They're using our people to try to get this man whatchamacall. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas right now. I'm not condoning none of this fuck shit that these people running around here doing on Donald Trump. And I'm gonna tell y'all niggas this shit right now. When this man, and if this man does get back in office, and that motherfucking, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun and they start coming through and indicting all these niggas and getting these niggas locked up. I don't want to hear, oh man, this is fucked up. What happened, man? They out here arresting all the black leaders and this, that, and the third. Man, you shut your weak ass up at the end of the day. This is the same woman right here that got Young Thug and all them niggas locked up at the end of the day, right? This woman didn't have the same energy, okay, when it came down to prosecuting them folks that hunted down what's the boy name? The boy name that got hunted down. What was the nigga name? But anyway, y'all know the white dudes that chased that dude down while he was running and shit like that, and gunned him down pretty much. This woman didn't have that same energy of going to prosecute them, but she want to come out here and jump out her body for Donald Trump. You know what I mean? And for Young Thug and them. Did y'all know that Young Thug and them actually owned property, owned land in Georgia, owned a lot of land in Georgia, acres of land, and was looking to actually, they actually was involved in the community. You know what I'm saying? In the community of Georgia, somewhere in Georgia, but they was doing a lot with helping the community and trying to rebuild the community and build stuff on their land and stuff like that. This scumbag of a woman at the end of the day came through and they started indicting that whole gang at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Hit them with the RICO and all that shit. This the same woman, and some of y'all was condoning that. Yeah, man, we need to clean up the streets, man, because Young Thug, man, they out there killing everybody, man. Yeah, man, they out here, which is probably some bullshit at the end of the day, but whatever. For whatever reason, niggas thought that this was a good thing. And I always tell y'all can't always think every time you see some shit in the news and you see one of our people being in that position, there's something to that. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely something to that. But in this situation, here's, Fannie, I think her name is what? Fannie Willis or some shit like that. So this is her pretty much talking about the case at the end of the day. So fair act use, fair act use, fair act use. Okay, so let's get it.
Thank you for joining us. I'm here with the prosecutors and investigators who have worked diligently on the investigation of criminal attempts to interfere in the administration of Georgia's 2020 presidential election.
Okay, so let's get this clear. First of all, we in 2023. Why are we really going through this shit about 2020? What is y'all been trying to indict this man in New York? Y'all try to indict this man in Georgia. When they trying to indict Trump in a fucking where was it at? I think it was just Georgia and fucking New York. You know what I'm saying? Which is very ironic. You know what I mean? These are key battleground states when it comes down to politics and presidential elections and shit like that. New York is New York is kind of decent, but at the end of the day, because they do not want New York to flip red. And Georgia kind of it's up and down. You know what I mean? But if I would have had to make an educated guess, I would say that Georgia is probably more Republican than anything. But you never know. You know what I mean? I could be a little bit wrong on that one. But let's let this keep going though. But all this is political. This has nothing to do with them really wanting to press charges or anything like that. When it comes down to elections and shit like that, it has nothing to do with that. They are in fear of Donald Trump getting back in office because they know if Donald Trump has get back in office, it's going to be hell to pay for everybody who is trying to come after this man. You know what I'm saying? They already know that. You know what I mean? And like I said, niggas should not be condoning none of this shit at the end of the day because to keep it a bean pie with y'all, Nigga, we was better under Trump than we were under Biden any time. You know what I'm saying? Under Biden right now. Biden is absolutely fucking shit up. And because y'all niggas think Kamala Harris black, girl, let me tell y'all something. Yeah, man, I'm telling you that nigga Joe Biden, dog. Yeah, man, let me tell you something, dog. That nigga Trump, man, Trump a racist, dog. See, Trump is a hardcore racist, man. I'm talking about KKK, hanging niggas and shit, dog. Yeah, man, that nigga Donald Trump is whatchamacallit. But when you bring up Joe Biden's history, nigga got mentors and shit that was the grand wizards of the KKK, but y'all run out there and go vote for the whole ass nigga at the end of the day. Y'all niggas is sad, it's silly as fuck. But anyway, let's let this keep going.
Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment, charging 19 individuals with violations of Georgia law arising from a criminal conspiracy to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in this state. The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long. Please remember that everyone charged in this bill of indictment is presumed innocent. Specifically, the indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump, Rudolph William Louis Giuliani, John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall Meadows, John Cheeseborough, Jeffrey Clark, Jenna Lynn Ellis, Ray Stallings Smith III, Robert David Cheeley, Michael A. Roman, David James Schaefer, Sean Micah Tresher Steele, Stephen Cliffgard Lee, Harrison William Prescott Floyd, Travion C. Cootie, Sydney Catherine Powell, Kathleen Austin Latham, Scott Graham Hall, and Misty Hampton, also known as Emily Misty Hayes.
All right, so I ain't gonna really go through all these names at the end of the day, but y'all know about the whole election situation. Like I said, they was snatching niggas' channels down and shit. I have several channels that been snatched down at the end of the day when it comes down to talking about and showing what was going on during the 2020 elections at the end of the day. So for those that, if you know, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, There's a lot of funny style stuff that happened during the 2020 election, especially when it came down to key battleground states. I remember going to bed, for those that was on my channel, I remember going to bed that night and like, okay, Donald Trump about to win this thing. Wake up in the morning, Joe Biden's the president. How the fuck is this nigga the president? He was losing terribly bad, you know what I'm saying? But it was the 3:00 special and shit that happened. That's why Trump was calling for the election to be ended. See, y'all be thinking that, that these people got you so brainwashed that when Donald Trump says something, you just think that this nigga's crazy or he's a deranged man and he's this and he's that. But really, the evidence was out there and it's still out there. Maybe not on YouTube, but it's definitely out here about all the jankiness that was happening during the election and what happened overnight. At the end of the day, this is why the pandemic and stuff like that was so important for these particular people, because it forced everybody to use the fucking mail-in ballot shit. So when the mail-in ballot shit, niggas was getting, I know people personally out here, I know people personally out here that was getting more than one ballot. You know what I'm saying? Several ballots, you know what I mean? Allegedly, they was getting several ballots at the end of the day. So, when Sidney Powell and them was, did that little, press conference or whatever, they was sweating bullets and shit like that. Giuliani and shit was sweating the goddamn Just for Men on shit off his goddamn head and shit. Nigga was sweating bullets. Like, nigga, why you so nervous and shit? Nigga, know what I mean? But anyway, they all was nervous at the end of the day. But you know, they was fighting an uphill battle at the end of the day because they didn't have the power of the media, and the media wasn't going to allow that kind of shit. And people that was on YouTube talking the truth and shit about what was really going on, they was striking channels, they was taking channels down. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the only one that was going through this shit. It was a lot of people that was going through that shit, especially when you were showing the truth. Okay, it's one thing to get up on your shit and be talking that shit, and it's one thing to be actually talking it and showing that shit. You know what I mean? So you know, it is what it is. But you know, I mean, it is what it is when it comes down to that. So we already know that the numbers. Listen, numbers don't lie. Okay, there were more people that voted that were actually legally registered to vote. So let's say a number of 100,000 people were registered to vote. Somehow, some way, they had 200,000 people that voted. Huh? Where's the math? The math is not mathing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you hold on. Wait a minute. So what are these, like, illegals that's voting or something like that? What is these non-citizens or some shit that's voting? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? It don't make any sense. That totally shows you that there could have been, okay? I gotta use my words carefully. So it could have been some funny style business going on with the election at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna come up here real quick because, you know, I know y'all running around here thinking that this man is gonna get locked up. This man is not getting locked up at the end of the day. They're trying their best. If you ask me, I think that the media is really giving this man free promotion.